As mentioned earlier on, after that, shifting gears to cricket. This is a sport that in the yesteryears, Kenya got to the semi-finals of the Cricket World Cup, the top 4 teams in the world. This is a game that Kenya was well known of, and I can remember very well anytime I would feel like I really needed something to engage me, I would watch cricket because it would go the whole day. Kenya beaten in the semi-finals by eventual winners of the tournament and World Cup winners, India. Kenya was a force to reckon with, but somehow, somewhere, there was no consistency in terms of, picking up from where the yesteryear players were to the current crop. There was a big gap, and that really affected Kenya's, performance. Since then, we've had Obuya Cricket Academy come up, and hoping that through the academy, we can see Kenya bounce back to where it used to be. This is that moment when we talk cricket. We are joined in studio by youngsters and, of course, members of the Obuya Cricket Academy. Then, of course, we were joined also by a coach, a veteran, one of the big names to have graced the Kenyan cricket space. That is Kennedy Obuya. Let me introduce all of them in studio and start with my farthest left, where we are joined by Balaram Desai, who is also a member of the Obuya Cricket Academy, a batsman and also a wicket keeper in the academy. Balaram, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Karibu sana to the studio.
Thank you, thank you.
Next to Balaram, we have Eric Olo, also a batsman, wicket keeper, with the Obuya Cricket Academy, popularly known as Hamisi. I'll find out where the Hamisi name came up from, but he will be letting us know as we move on. Eric, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Karibu sana to the studio.
Thank you.
Why are you not using Hamisi? Or it's just a name?
It's a cricket name, yeah. They gave me, it came from my first coach, like I had Josephat. He used to call me a Missy Gaga. He was from, that guy used to play cricket.
Yes.
He used to play in Tanzania. Yeah, Missy Gaga. Yeah.
So in the cricket space, they know you as Hamisi.
Yeah.
No wonder when coach was talking about Hamisi, I was like, hang on, Hamisi or Eric? He was like, oh, okay. Coach, Kennedy Obuya himself. Kennedy, I remember very well a match that, we were playing, Kenya was playing, and the Collins and Ken were on the crease, and one of them was run out. You remember that?
I do remember that very clearly, but you should remember the good part. The good part that you're just remembering the bad part.
No, that I remember very well because, you guys were on form and you were both on the crease and just small miscommunication. Yes. And, at a point when we really needed runs,
And that's what makes the sports very beautiful.
Exactly.
Nice to watch, yes.
Nice to have you in studio, and karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
Well, welcome all. Let's start with you, Coach, Ken Obuya. And as we look at this, talk to us about Obuya Cricket Academy and, where are we as at now? Because this is the way to go in terms of getting back to the yesteryears.
We have been trying to do our part as Obuya Cricket Academy eventually in terms of how do we improve sports in this country. I'm not holding a hat as a Obuya Cricket Academy as a chairman, but I'm also holding a hat as a county representative of all the 47 counties. So that is quite huge. So what our main aim as Obuya is to see how do we impact the youth in terms of education and in terms of sports. So we have tried to combine those two, to marry those two, to see how the sport and education can go together. So basically, the aim of the Obuya Cricket Academy is to try and nurture the youth and empower them also at the same time. So ours it's a sport that I really love. I've really played nearly all my life, and I thought, what is the best way we as a family can give it back? And we thought the best way is through the Obuya Cricket Academy, and that's how the Obuya Cricket Academy was formed about 19 years ago.
19 years back, and we look at, the benefits that have come out of it. Balaram Desai, you're a member of this cricket academy, and, you started from scratch as a young boy through this academy, and through the same ended up, in the United States, to place, studied in America for the, in your studies, and still a member of the academy. How has this academy benefited you as a person, knowing that you started from it, and since then, it's, all systems go?
Yeah, this academy has been like a second home for me. I have mentors like Kennedy Obuya, David and Collins, and also earlier Joseph, who have made me grow into the person I am today, and also given me opportunities to see the world. In terms of, you spoke about going to school in America. It helped me land a large scholarship in school in America, and yeah, of course, thankful to everything it's done for me.
As we look at the benefits of the academy, and of course we come to you, Amisi, from the cricket world, in partnership of MRM Foundation and of course the academy, you've really benefited. In fact, even getting schooling all the way to the university level.
Yeah, for me, I've been at the academy for 15 years right now, from my primary, high school, now university. Thanks to them, they have mentored us. They're bringing people together, children together from the ghetto. I come from Kibera. Yeah, that time wastage in the street, they're trying to minimize it. Yeah, you see, if you stay in the street a lot, there's this peer pressure. Yeah, so I'm very thankful, very, very thankful to them. They brought me out when I was still young, and now at least I have somewhere to go.
As we look at this, Coach Kennedy, before we now go cricket matters, based on what you've seen in the academy and what you're seeing with the young ones here, that's Eric and Balaram, does it inspire you? Does it, let you have hope, the entire Obuya, family, you are giving back to society, and as you do that, you're also developing the sport. Do you see a bright future? Do you see hope that Kenya can get back to the level that you guys put credit, or cricket in?
I think nothing is lost. We're about, I always say this thing every time, we're about 50 million Kenyans. Australia dominating, they're not even, they're only about 15 million Australians, and not all of them play cricket. So I think it's a huge opportunity for Kenya. We definitely can bounce back. But if you ask me, we've got to nurture the grassroots level. If we can get the grassroots level correctly, I think we'll be on the right track. Especially, I've been involved in the county that I've moved from about 15 counties. Yes, the talent on the counties is quite unbelievable. So if we invest and partners with the counties, it will make a big difference. So the counties must own it first, and we as Obuya Cricket Academy, we have to look for a way of how do we try and attract more masses in terms of the county getting involved. So if the county gets involved, yes, and we as Obuya get involved, and Cricket Kenya get involved, and we'll put our hands together, I don't see any reason that we cannot go at the top.
Basically, all the stakeholders.
Yes, but the talent is just unbelievable. And to be very honest, cricket pays, and it pays very well. Yeah, and I keep on saying that the people compare cricket with football. The pathway for cricket is very short. It's very, 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 very short. For football, it's a long way. The numbers of people playing football is quite huge. Yes, if you jump into cricket, yes, your pathway to play for international cricket is much easier than the pathway for somebody who's playing football. And I can stand there very, very proudly saying that it pays very well, because it's paid for me my education. It's bought for me a house. It has educated my kids. And now that's the impact that I'm saying, that I'm very proud to see the young guys moving to the next level. So there's a huge potential, especially in this country. And if you combine the athleticism that we're talking about the Olympics. Just a while ago, you're just talking about the Olympics. If you look at the Maasais, yes, you combine with the Luos. You look at people from Central. Anything to do with skills of hand and eye coordination, we are normally very good at it. And it shows you from the experience with rugby. Rugby was just Ngong Road area. Rugby went to Western. Correct. Yes. Mm-hmm. And Nyanza, and it's just grown to be big. And now they're in the Olympics, and we are putting our fingers crossed that they come back with gold. So that is what I'm saying, is there's a huge talent, and the ability of the young people in the county, yeah, getting involved, because we are naturally athletes in this part of the world.
Coach, before you engage, the juniors here with us in studio, would you attribute Kenya's, drop, where we dropped the ball in terms of having transition, a smooth transition from your team to the next level and getting the right structures for us to have transition. I'll give you an example. Let's look at India. We had the era of Sachin Tendulkar. When Sachin came off the, or the radar, in came Mahindra Singh Dhoni, MS Dhoni, in a very big legacy and a very good period. He exits the stage, then you have Virat Kohli, picking up, which means the transition is always smooth. Do you think that is one area that Kenya just never focused on? We all focused on you guys and forgot about having a pipeline to ensure that there is continuity.
That is quite true. There was a much interest on, and let's not saying that it's very normal in terms of in any sport. People associate themselves with success. So when the national team was very successful, people forget that there was a grassroots which was supposed to be done down there. And that is why we as Obuya Cricket Academy thought that how do we impact the little ones to see if we can build a pathway. In a little way that we're doing it, yes, but I hope one or two will get away to play for the national. At least now we have got one player who is playing for the national team, Jared Mwendwa, which we're very proud of. We hope that in the next 4 or 5 years, we'll get a boy from Homa Bay, or we get a boy from Kilifi, or we get a boy from Kiambu on the same program to see if they can go. They can go through. But having said that, it's about the structure, which is one, we all know it's lacking in this country. That's one. And I think Ababu has tried. Amina tried on his part. But what I must say to whoever is going to be the Minister of Sports next, it's so simple. We cannot keep on investing on the national team. We have to look for a way to invest on the grassroots. And that is why I keep on insisting the counties will make a big deal of it. If the counties merge up with the sports, it will make a big difference. But having said that, Amina, Mohammed, Ababu, they have really pumped in a lot of money in terms of it in cricket. They supported cricket when when ICC was not part of it, and they have shown a lot of goodwill. So how do we get that goodwill to go on the counties so that we can make the sport move to the next level?
Ken, I totally agree with you, because I'm always a firm believer that, it's like a pyramid. If you want to get the best here, you must ensure that the base is solidified. Correct. But in Kenya, we focus more on national teams, forgetting the base, which we need to sort. Let's come back to you, Balaram. From a cricket point of view, are you a top order, middle order, batsman, or do you set the pace? Do you come in to steady the ship? What position would you prefer, or do you play in the team?
So starting off, I used to be a bowler, and then later on, I realized I wasn't that good, not very athletic. So I moved on to batting, and slowly throughout the years, I gained experience, and now I open batting, and I'd like to say I set the pace for the team, but they would have to agree with me, so let's see. Yeah.
I look at, setting the pace, and of course, when that comes up, the worst thing you'd ever want to see, Eric, is an appeal, and the next thing you see is confirmation that, you are out. What goes through your mind when the appeal comes up? Do you start asking yourself, is it not? Is it an LBW? Or you just confidently move on like it never happened when the appeal comes up?
Obvious. It's obvious. When the bowlers appeal, nervousness all the way. If the hand goes up like this, you're gone. Your innings is gone. For me, I'm a batsman and a wicket keeper. So if a bowler can say, yes, I'll come next inning and I'll bowl. But for me, I'm a batsman. If he does like this, then it's gone. My inning is gone, my day is gone. I'm coming back to the stumps. So if they appeal, nervousness.
Creeps in immediately.
Yeah, creeps in, like afraid, you are afraid, nervous. Yeah.
Balaram, he's mentioned nervousness coming through, and as a wicket keeper, what are the ingredients of a good wicket keeper? Because all I always see is just, just waiting for that moment. You're always hopeful that maybe there'll be a tap on the bat and you're there. What are the key ingredients of a good wicket keeper? Is it the eyesight? Is it the reaction on how you can quickly react to situations as they come?
Yeah, so I think there are a few aspects: athleticism, instinct, and reaction time. But the main thing would be at the base would be practice, because you can always build on those things. And having a great wicketkeeper like Kennedy, who coached me my entire life, has truly benefited me in that way.
Well, Ken, we see a lot of technology coming into play as opposed to your days. Technology has come in, which is critical, and this is the point now where key stakeholders need to come in terms of investing so that we can get the latest technology on the same. In the yesteryears, we are not seeing ball tracking like they used to be then. So much has changed. We are seeing net sessions where you have machines, helping in terms of net sessions and stuff. Is it a situation that technology now has come in, and with technology, if we use it well, we can really inspire, young ones, and we can quickly get the gains out of it and just make an impact?
Yeah, big time. The technology will make a big difference, and that's why I said as part of the Obuya Cricket Academy, for us to move forward, we are trying to build a high-performance center, which is going to be one of the biggest high-performance center. In terms of, we want to make sure that the 6 nets are there, the bowling machine is there, the analyzing is there, the dietitian is there, and the sports has really gone. So we, in terms of facilities, I think it's also the national body. We have to open a high-performance center as a national body. And I'm not saying do it in all the counties, but if we can try and merge maybe 5 counties to have one center, another
Centers
5
of
counties, yes.
excellence.
Yeah, so it will make the work much easier. And with all these facilities that you're talking about, it will be the difference. During our days, there was no facilities. What we did is, you rock in, you're being told, where chapa shuttles. Unachapa vizuri kabisa. Unaambiwa you have to run 10 kilometers. And then I think things have changed, because when I played the World Cup, all I was told is, Kennedy, the big boys are hitting 1,000 balls a day. Yes? So if you hit anything above 1,000 balls, you'll perform. And that's what I did. So I was trying to hit more than 1,000 balls a day. But now, with all this analyzing, there's a video analyst, there's a dietitian, there is a trainer. I think that will come with, if you combine 5 counties and open one excellence of sports, combined with the academy like ours, yeah, to open our small areas, I think the sports will grow. And that's what we need in this country.
Kennedy, I was impressed to see what is happening at Jamhuri High School.
Yes, very, very, very. And to be very much surprised, we've got also a boy who is also, we are sponsoring also, is in Jamhuri High School. And Jamhuri High School has got a huge history of cricket. Huge history. Deepak Chudasama, who we had a world record with, was a Jamhuri boy. Yeah? So Jamhuri has got a huge
I was told,
history.
shocked when I spoke to Mr. Juma, the principal. Juma
Yes.
told me their #1 sport is cricket.
Yes.
I was like, what are you talking about? Looking at that, very interesting. Balaram, I'll put you to the edge here. If we had a super over, would you volunteer yourself to go for, for batting? Or, you would say, guys, I'm going for wicket keeping. What would you volunteer for if we had a super over in a World Cup final?
I would always back myself. So I'd say I'd go to bat.
You'd go out there
Yes,
and bat.
yes.
Amizi,
I'll go.
you'll offer.
Yeah, I'll offer. I can go for it. I believe in myself. I can go for it.
The confidence is there, Kennedy.
I can see, yeah.
The confidence is there, and the talent is there. How do we move forward? And based on what you're doing at the Obuya Cricket Academy, how do we move forward so that we can propel and fast track this, so that Kenya, can steadily, get back to the top?
I think it's development. That's number one, and that's what I mentioned it earlier. That's what we are planning to do in this August. We have done the tournaments, and then there was COVID, and then the tournament stopped for the last 3-4 years. So we have the tournament, which this year we are trying to have an under 9, under 11, under 15, and under 19. So we have got the perfect talent for us to move forward. So I think grassroots is the bottom line. Grassroots.
Thank you very much. In less than 30 seconds, what would your parting shot be? Can we have hope that we have what it takes to bounce back?
Yes, I believe we do. Growing up playing cricket in this country, I see there's a lot of talent. As you can see, two very good players here. No, I'm kidding. Growing up, we've had a lot of good moments in cricket. Recently, our under-19 team made it to the World Cup, so I see there is hope in this country. We just have to keep pushing and continue the way.
Amisi, based on what you've seen with Balaram and the rest of the team, where do you see Kenya in the next 10 years? Can we get back to the right positions in terms of pushing the big boys, the West Indies of this side, the Pakistans, Indias, Australia of this world in the next 10 years?
Yeah, I see the future. Very great future. If we measure on the grassroots, as my coach has said, Kennedy Obuya, we came from the grass. So if they measure on the grass, we can come up, we can bounce back very well. Yeah.
Obuya, you have 30 seconds. My director tells me 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
What would your message be to cricket lovers in the country?
Cricket lovers, you don't have to give up. There's still a bright future. And our work, as I keep on saying, as Obuya Cricket Academy, is to mentor the youth. We'll keep on doing that, combined with partners, the MRM Foundation, to see how we can improve the kids to go forward. And that's
For
what
anyone who would want to join the academy?
We can join the Obuya Cricket Academy. We're on website, on the Facebook. We're on nearly on all the social platform. And my last is just to wish the Olympic gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, all the best and make the country proud.
Of course, you'll be able to watch it on KBC Channel 1.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes,
thank you.
Live. Thank you very much. That has been a discussion around cricket with the Obuya Cricket Academy. With us in studio has been coach Kennedy Obuya, a legend in the game, not forgetting Amisi Eric Olo with us in studio, and Balaram Desai, also, wicket keepers and batsmen in the team. I would have, preferred to talk more about what this sign means, because they are cheeky umpires who will only do this, but that's for another time. For now, my director tells me time is up. On behalf of everyone who's been behind this transmission, the transmission controller, the director, the producer, the cameraman, we want to say thank you very much for having kept us company. Remember, Olympics live on KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner. As I always say, kona na kesho ni majalio yake Mwenyezi Mungu. Bye-bye for now, and keep it KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner. Road to Paris continues. Enjoy.